Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to anybody that is new if you are new. Today's video is going to be the first video of 2022. Happy New Year regardless. Let's smash 2022 with, let's start it with a bang. Today, like I said, I'm going to be doing, you can tell from the title, I'm going to be doing my favourite makeup products of 2021. Which feels so weird to say because I feel like we've blinked and 2021 is over. I feel like some people would say good riddance. However, is it good riddance in a way? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I'm just going to get into this because I feel like it's going to be a long one. And I want to try and like make it as short as possible for you guys. But grab a cuppa anyway and a snack because I do feel like it is going to be long regardless because I've tried a lot of makeup this year, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to start off with face, I think, this year. I would go for eyes, but I feel like there's going to be more, I don't know. We're just going to start with face. So, there has been two primers that, when I think back to 2021, have stood out for me. And the first one has to be the Nyx Marshmallow Primer. This stuff, this is run out. This is for an empties that I haven't filmed. I don't know whether to film it or not. Do you guys want to see an empties video? Let me know. But this stuff is a miracle worker. I will say I hate the smell of it. I hate the smell. But as a product itself, for me personally, it works amazing. I'm someone that uses more than one primer. I never use just one primer ever. I've got two on my face today. Because I find that primers do different things for different parts of my face. Therefore, one primer is not going to do everything I want. So this one I loved putting on my cheeks, my chin and my forehead. It just smoothed everything, like everything. I mean, it still smells. There is literally, I've scraped the barrel, there's nothing left in this. The only thing that's putting me off buying it again is the price tag because it's £15, and I do think it is worth it. I just haven't had that like £15 where I've been like, yeah, we'll buy the marshmallow primer yet. I'm trying to use up other face products in my drawer, to be honest, but if you have never tried this, you need it in your life. You 100% need it. And what paired so nicely with this, and I don't have the packaging for, but I do have packaging to another one which is basically the same, was the Elf Putty Primer. So this one's the luminous one. I'm on about the normal regular putty primer. These two, match made in heaven. Just pop a bit of this across my nose and under my eyes. I've even loved the luminous one, to be fair, but I used the normal one more with this. This paired with this works a dream. Got rid of my pores, and then this one just smooths the rest of the skin and prepped it nicely for foundation. I just think if you haven't tried a combination of the two, try the combination and then tell me that you don't like it, because it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This retails for £9. Again, I haven't bought it because I have this one and I have an obsession one that I want to use before I start buying. Alternatively to the putty primer, Porefessional. I know a lot of people don't like Porefessional and I wouldn't use it all over my face, but I do just use it across my nose where my pores are the biggest because it is a pore filling primer. So that's what I tend to do. Next, foundation. I've liked quite a few this year. I feel like there's going to be some repeats from last year. So if you watched last year's video, let me know. A high-end one I've loved this year has been the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. This is the luminous foundation. For anybody that's interested, mine is in 140N. It's a pretty alright match. It's a tiny bit dark, but it's pretty much fine. I've been loving this year. I try not to use it as much as possible just because it's so expensive. It's like £45 for a bowl. I think I paid £20 for this one. Yeah, I don't know if I'd pay £45. That's a lot of money. But I have loved that foundation this year. Really nice coverage on it. Just leaves the skin looking nice and like glowy, ready for like concealer and stuff. I have to give this one an honourable mention. The only downside to this one is that it's not cruelty free. I don't know if ABH is either, but this one isn't, and that is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte. I can't remember if I put this in last year's video. I haven't rewatched last year's video, but I've got to give this I don't know, like, I love it. Anytime my skin is having a mare, if I go to this foundation, I know it's going to work. And the shade range is a tiny bit like dodge. Like, I have 110 and then I have 25, and I think there isn't one in the middle of these two. Like, this one's a little bit light, this one's a little bit dark, so I have to mix them. It is a matte foundation and I am on the drier side of life, but I just find that it doesn't matter what my skin's doing, it loves this regardless of whether it likes to be hydrated or not. This still looks nice over the top. This paired with the Marshmallow Primer. Oh, my staple for this year though has to be Revolution Conceal and Glow. There isn't going to be as much rev in this, I don't think, as maybe previously. Safe to say, I haven't loved Revolution as much this year, unfortunately. There just hasn't been a lot that I've enjoyed. But this, probably my top foundation of 2021, if I'm being completely honest. I love it so much so that I actually, wrong bottle, I actually ran out. And I ended up putting my Conceal and Define doe-foot in it. This looks gorgeous. I feel like it would look gorgeous on anybody's skin, but if you are drier, this looks gorgeous. It's not like Conceal and Hydrate. I don't really like Conceal and Hydrate, but I love this. It does leave a beautiful glow, and you would not think that this foundation is like £10. I normally wear F2. I bought this one off someone else, and this one is F3. I actually haven't really used it since I bought F3. I don't know why. I think I'm trying to use up stuff that I know is older, because I want to try new things, but I don't want to buy new things when I've still got old stuff, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like highlighters and powders and things are different, but with foundations and liquids, I really haven't bought too many this year because I want to get rid of old. My camera likes to do this thing where after 20 minutes filming it decides it's too hot, so it won't film in the same quality, and it drives me insane. Back to business. So yeah, love these blushes. The other one I've been loving, obviously, has to be Beauty Bay. This particular shade is Bitten, and I literally rave about the shade to everybody. Everybody needs this shade pronto. It's just my favourite shade. It pairs so well with like Peach Sugar from Mitchell, a Shy Boy. It pairs so well with the Revolution ones, and I have used this literally solidly for months. I have like a drawer full and I still opt for this one most of the time. Like, today I have a different one on, but normally it is this one. Everybody needs this blush. I will leave a link to everything that I talk about down below. You need this blush. Normally I think about £5–6. Normally is on offer on Beauty Bay. It's probably on offer right now. Like I said, I'll leave a link. I got a new one for Christmas from my Secret Santa and I was very happy, but this one is still going to be my fave. Everybody needs it. End of case. The other one I have on my cheeks, all these ones that I've picked look really, really similar, and I've realised I haven't really picked an orangey one. I tend to use like Rev Pro, this Rev Pro palette that has oranges in. But anyway, I did get some new orange ones for Christmas, so I'm trialling them out. Come back for my January 2022 faves, to see whether the orange blushes made it into the equation or not. But the other one I've loved is Doll Beauty. I absolutely love Doll Beauty, and this one is Take Me to the Peach. Can you tell? This is the one I have on today. This is 100% one of my favourites. As you can tell, the palm trees and the DB in the middle has actually disappeared, because that's how much I use that one. A little bit more pricey, but worth it. Moving on, we only have 2 highlighters now. I have a drawer full of highlighters, but this year these are the 2 sets of highlighters that have stuck out in my mind. The first one is the Josh Cosmetics Creme highlighter. You can still get Josh Cosmetics. I don't know if they're on sale, but if you go onto the Josh Cosmetics website, again, I'll leave it down below, you need this highlighter. Like, I am not the palest of gals. This is what I have on today, and it looks gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Everybody needs creme in their life. You also need like a bit of popping bubbles, Aurora, Leafy. I've loved every single one of his blushes this year. Princess Peach has also been my favourite. This one is in a collaboration with Sarah Sultan from S. Sultan Cosmetics, which I have mentioned on this channel before and I'll be mentioning in a little while. But this highlighter is stunning. Absolutely love it. I absolutely adore those. And then the other highlighters that I've been loving this year have been Be Perfect, Get Wet. These highlighters are something else. Like, I've got one in my bag to go away with. These are the weirdest formula I've ever felt in my life. They literally feel wet. Like, literally get wet, they are wet. I bought these off Vinted, all for £10. Cost me like just short of £13 with postage. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, this one is the darkest one. And don't get me wrong, like, it probably does leave a cast, but for photos, we roll with it because the formula is something else. I will swatch it. Like, look at that glow. Channel. So you've got Soft Silk, which is the dark one, Holidays, Dew You, and Skin Sheen. And you need all four. Go out and buy them. Don't look on Depop, they're really expensive on Depop. If you don't want to buy them from Be Perfect, look on Vinted, because Depop, people sell these for like, these retail for like £15 each, can I just say, and I got them for a tenner. So look on Vinted, they do better deals on there. That's everything highlighter wise and like face wise. Let's do eyes. Obviously, if you watch me, you're going to know what I'm going to say is my favourite eye primer. Yeah, P. Louise. Yes, it does crease on me, okay? Yes, let's address that. But if you work quick enough with it and you... I tend to find the places that crease are the places that I'm cutting my crease up anyway. So I just add more on after. Like, I take it off and then I add some more on and it doesn't matter. If you work quick enough with this, it really doesn't matter that it creases, because once you've got your shadow on, I find my eyelids are fine. This lasts all day. My eyeshadow does not budge. I love it. I love it so much that I have a massive, like, this one is already a big one. This one's a 30ml. I have a 50ml. I have a bunch of 10, 15mls, whatever. Like, I love it. Absolutely love it. This year I have also learnt to love any of her crisp finish paints in any colour, variant, style. Love them all. They have come in so handy when I've done the Made by Mitchell Mondays by Mitchell that he did at the beginning of the year. I loved that series, just because for the first time I actually felt creative and it really pushed me into doing looks that I never thought I could do. And don't get me wrong, some of them I look back and I think, oh, not the best. But other ones I'm so proud of myself for, because I never thought I would attempt a look like that. So I do thank Mitchell a lot for doing that series. I wish it lasted longer. I wish he still did it, to be honest, just because I needed it. Like, it was needed. I know there was a lot of controversy behind the scenes about it all and stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, it did me well. Quickly going on to eyebrows. The only thing that I've really been loving this year, I have pomade in right now, has been the P. Louise brow pencil and her cut, what is it, brow balm. I've absolutely loved P. Louise brow stuff this year. Hazelnut Latte is the colour I normally go for. I have two this size and a mini version because I wanted to stock up while I could. I'm just looking in this drawer, is there anything else before I move on? Mascara, I don't really tend to love a mascara. I don't even have mascara on now, to be honest, just because my eyelashes are rubbish, so mascara just does absolutely nothing for me, to be honest with yours. The only other thing I loved this year that wasn't from P. Louise was my friend Becky had a business. She doesn't run the business anymore, unfortunately. Life got in the way. But she did Snow Fairy brow soap. This is my favourite. Becky, if you're watching this, I still love this. Snow Fairy is my favourite scent from Lush, so your gal loves it, and I have like 5 tubs of her brow soaps because I love them that much. So yeah, just thought I'd add that one in. In terms of glitters, to be honest, Be Perfect ones have been brilliant this year, and Collection Glam Crystals. I have quite a few different shades. They've been my go-to when I've done funky looks and I needed something, so highly recommend Be Perfect. And then a cheaper alternative, go for Collection. Eyeliner wise, oh I know, I haven't used them in a while actually, I need to get back on it. Has to be the Barry M High Vis High Vis Strobe Light. This one is, I think. But these High Vis liners are amazing. They do them in like green, blue, pink, red. If you don't already own them, I mean, I have loved some other ones, but they're like the standout ones for me this year. So let's move on to concealer. In terms of glitters and pigments, Shadow Moon Cosmetics has definitely been one of my favourites this year. Their glitters are stunning. Like, can I get one out? Like, their chunky glitters are absolutely stunning. That one is Cancun. Pigments are stunning, and I love the colours of them as well. Like, they're so different and unique. That one is Ocean. I think that one's from her birthday collection, like Shadow Moon birthday collection. Matcha is a gorgeous one. Luna is one of their top sellers, and it is stunning. Like, everybody needs Luna. Yeah, I've absolutely loved Shadow Moon. I'm not gonna lie though, I have also loved Peaches and Cream, specifically Mermaids, which is this one. I don't think it will pick up on camera, but it is a white with a blue shift going through it. And then I've also loved Fantasy, which is the same, but it's got a pink shift going through it. Again, I don't think it will pick up the pink shift, but it has a pinkiness going through it. So they've definitely been faves of mine. And then in terms of liners, my Milkshake collection from Dumblong Cosmetics is coming so handy this year. I only got it towards the later half of the year, I want to say, but they've been brilliant. And then my Bose Beauty Neon palette still doesn't fail. I absolutely love this still. I used it so many times for Mitchell's, and to be fair, even the Beauty Bay Utopia one was pretty good as well. But that's everything like that. We'll do lips, and then I think we'll do palettes last. Too Faced Melted Matte, specifically this one and this one. So these are from last year's Christmas collection. This one is Candy Cane and this one is Sugar Cookie. These have been two that I've loved, especially the red one, just because I don't own many reds, so this has been like a really nice red to use. It's got a bit of a pepperminty kind of, because it's candy cane. I feel like it has a little bit of a plump, not a plumping, but it just feels tingly and then it goes, which scares me because normally I get cold sores when that happens, but I have never broken out with a cold sore from this. Again, with lips, it's been difficult this year because I've wanted to use stuff up rather than use my faves, just because lip products go off. So, and I own a lot of them. I'm a sucker for a lip product, I realised this year. I love all the typical ones. I love Morphe, I love I'm not gonna lie, I do love my Jeffree Star ones, but again, I'm just kind of trying to use them up. ABH is another one that I've loved this year. And then P. Louise, obviously, good old P. Louise. I've loved her, what are these? Lip bases. This one is Solo Nude. This is one of my favourites. I've loved these this year. Doll Beauty lipsticks have been another one. Yeah, I think that's it. And then Primark, actually. Primark Naked is gorgeous. Like, let me show you. This is the matte in Naked. Yeah. And it's been one of my staples this year. You can tell because the top of it's a different colour. I would put it in between this look today Glosses wise, again, I'm just trying to be using ones up, but I love the Be Perfect ones, and I also love the I Heart Revolution Princess collection ones, and the NYX Milky glosses. Those ones are really nice as well. Lip liners, there has only really been one brand that I've loved lip liners from this year, well, two, and that is P. Louise and MUA. P. Louise's ones, oh, I have it on today. And then anything MUA, TLC or Sincere are my favourites from MUA. Right, I think we are now on to lashes. Unicorn Cosmetics Dark Matter have been one of my favourites this year, especially towards the end half of the year. Dark Matter, and I think these are Dark Matter XL from the Angel collection, have been my favourite. Meggie Lashes Orange Chips have been my favourite again for the later part of this year. These are brilliant. You guys know that I used to love Lit Lashes, but unfortunately they're not a company anymore. They're what I used the beginning half of this year for my like creative looks. Like I transformed quite a few pairs. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I stuck some flowers on this one for a Mondays by Mitchell 1 week and stuff. Like I said, they're not a company anymore, so I've had to look for other alternatives now. But the main, which this is so annoying as well because these aren't a company anymore either, or not right now. The main source of where I've been getting my lashes from, or what I've been using throughout the whole of this year, has been Sultan Cosmetics. These are my absolute favourite lashes of all time, and she doesn't do them anymore. The closest I've found to these have actually been Dark Matter from Unicorn. They're very similar in like fluffiness and texture, so I like a fluffy lash. So I'm going to show you these anyway, but these are Tess lashes from Sultan Cosmetics, and these have been my absolute staple favourites. They are so fluffy. These are very well loved, these ones. I've used these a bit too many times, probably need to get rid. I own 2 backups of these because I love them that much, and I couldn't bring myself to let her end her company for now and not buy a backup. The other pair I have been loving this year have been Maisie Lash, which have looked like this. They're actually the wrong way around, but that's fine. Absolutely love Maisie Lash. And then I've also got Penelope, which are huge. I've loved those. Last section, this camera is driving me insane. So I am not going to show every single palette, simply because I did a top 10 palettes and they're my top. So they're not just the top in general, they've been the top for this year and stuff. There are going to be a few that I'm going to show in this just because they are very top of the top. But things like P. Louise I'm not showing because that's in that video. These are like some ones that I never showed in that video, plus my top ones from that video. We all know what my top palette's going to be for this year. I don't really know if I need to show it, but I'm going to show it just in case you have been locked in a cave, basically. So my top palette this year, Carnival XL Pro. I don't know how cliche this is, to be honest, at this point. If you do not own this palette, what are you doing with your life? This is my favourite palette of all time. This year, if you watched last year's video, I'm pretty sure it was in that. If it wasn't, what was I thinking? It definitely was. There has been a lot of progression since that video, because now my baby, my battered baby, looks like this inside. So I'm not a project panner. It's not something that I personally do. But panning this palette has been the goal for the last few months, I want to say. I've officially hit pan on 10 shades. I'm quite proud of myself. You can just about see the dent in that one. The first one to go was actually the purple. I thought it would be blue. I still haven't hit blue on Mood. Hit pan on Mood. I'm getting there though. I adore this palette. I just love it. I actually have a backup because my beautiful friend Lizzie bought me a backup because of how much I love this palette. It just has everything in. I've even been using the neutrals in this. Like, who am I? Cool tone neutral, yes please. The only thing I don't like about the palette is the highlighters. Like, if it was just that, be perfect. But be perfect, get it? I think I'm funny, I'm really not. Top palette of the year definitely goes to this. Obviously, Along with that one, I have to put this one. Have to. When I bought this one, I thought, oh, I'm not really going to be that fussed by it. I am. I'm a liar. I am. Again, hit palette. Ugh, I've hit pan in this as well on 3 shades. Key lime. 4 shades even. Yellow, Bloom and Tahiti. Bloom is my favourite colour. This gorgeous, gorgeous pink here is my favourite. It looks red on camera, it's pink. Again, haven't hit pan on the blues. Am I okay? I don't tend to go in this for the blues, to be honest, though. I do tend to go in for the pinks and the purples. And the yellow, because I love that yellow. Like, it's like a mustardy yellow. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I feel like you can't have one without the other. They work so well together, which was the whole point of it, obviously. But, yeah, in case you lived under a rock, you didn't know these existed, go and buy them. One that I didn't know if I'd put in or not would be this one, Dream Big. I have reached for this a lot more than what I thought I would. More for the shimmers and the mattes. We ignore the mattes in this one, to be honest. They're not the best colour range. But the shimmers are absolutely to die for. I feel like they never look it on camera, but in person they are. I love this palette. It's been going on sale a lot recently. I definitely think people need it for the shimmers, to be honest. Just this shimmer alone is absolutely stunning. But the shimmers in this are so unique, and there's like 7 different formulas. It's brilliant. Brilliant palette. I ironically only have one Beauty Bay palette in this list. Not because I don't want to put it in. I'd probably put the bright mattes in, but nobody needs to see the bright colourful palette like that. So the only Beauty Bay one I'm putting in is Wilderness. Now, like I said, I would put bright mattes in, but A, I can't bother to get it out. And B, you all know what it looks like, so it's fine. But Wilderness is me in a palette. I say this about every palette that I hold up, but it really is me in a palette. Blues, greens, reds, yellows, sorted. Shimmers in this are mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I don't know if Beauty Bay still has this. If they do, it's going to be linked down below. If they don't, you've missed out on a brilliant palette. But don't be too like sad just by age of opulence. It's absolutely fine. Any of these small palettes you need. I own all of them. You need all of them. Can't get all of them, sadly, because they keep discontinuing them. Beauty Bay, stop discontinuing these palettes. They are, like, I'm sorry. What? What? What the freaking hell? You need it. You need it. Like I said, I'll try and link it down below, but you need it. Another set of palettes that I've loved this year. He had to be mentioned, didn't he? He's been mentioned throughout this video, so I had to include his palettes. Actually, the only one that I didn't include was Milk, because I haven't used it properly yet. I would even put this one in, because I own all of them. Mini one has actually been quite handy, especially in Mondays by Mitchell, because he used this a lot. Am I a little bit annoyed that I paid like £20 for this, and then he put it on offer Black Friday for a £5? Slightly, yes, but for a £5 I'd say grab it. You'd think you wouldn't use it, but I've used it a lot, to the point where I've got dents. See the dents? I have dents. I tend to use it for the mattes more than the shimmers, but the shimmers are beautiful. In terms of these two, mainly used for Mondays by Mitchell, but also been used personally as well for other looks on my Instagram. I haven't used this one a lot. I have, but for the mattes, I'm really not a shimmer person. I've come to that conclusion. Don't like the black in this palette. The black in this palette is rubbish, but any other shade, pretty good. And then this one, to be honest, I feel like I'm going to use Milk more than anything. I say I haven't used this, but actually there's quite a lot of dents in this palette. I'm lying if I said I haven't used it. I don't reach for it as much as I thought I would, and I think I have the same problem a lot of people do. He decorates the inside of his palettes and it makes it so hard to focus. Like, I have the attention span of Dory from Finding Nemo. Like, I can't concentrate on this, and I think that's what makes it difficult to use. That and the colours are a little bit sporadic. The white in this, best white I've ever used. Water White. The day I hit pan on that, I'm gonna cry. I thought I would have hit pan by now. So all I'm gonna say is his palettes, the colours, they're there to stay, because the amount of times I've used Water White is ridiculous. I definitely should have hit pan and I haven't, and that shocks me. So yeah. And then the last palette in this is one that I didn't include in my top 10 because I just didn't have enough room for it. and that is the Sample Beauty Painter's palette. Yes, I know it's another rainbow palette. I know I said I wouldn't show one, but I had to. So I adore this palette. Yes, I know I know it's another rainbow palette. Would it be my channel if it wasn't a rainbow palette I was holding up? Just ask yourself that. Again, never use the shimmers in this. I'm just not a shimmery gal. If I am, I use a pigment or a glitter. I just don't tend to use shimmers out of palettes that often. But look at it, it's gorgeous. Pigmentation is on point. Again, surprised I haven't hit pan on a lot of these. It is very well loved. It will continue to be well loved. That, my friends, if I haven't forgotten anything major, which I don't think I have, other than I haven't shown you my favourite brushes, Morphe, P. Louise, Mitchell, that's about it. I think that's everything. I know I didn't show a P. Louise palette, I know I'd be shocked. I only haven't because I added it in my top 10 and they're very bulky and I don't have the time. I'm doing this video on a bit of a rush. I believe that was everything. If I've forgotten anything, it'll be in the description box, but to be honest, I think I've covered every base. There are some that you probably would have thought, Jodie, I thought you would have added that, and if you did think that, leave down below what you expected me to put in this video, because I'd like to know that. Happy New Year, guys. I will see you with a new video soon. New schedule. Make sure you follow my Instagram and my TikTok, because also new content every day over on them. 2022 is the year we're going to smash it. You know what, guys? Have a good day. Bye.